What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Here we got the After Hours show. Okay, and I'm here with a league of her own, Adrian, as always. So, if you've noticed when you first came into the chat, you'll see that I posted a question in the chat above, and so far we've got 3 votes. Okay, and the question basically is, just to pick your brain, because I don't want to give off the impression that I am solely a collector. Okay, that I will never in my collecting career ever consider selling an item. Okay, that is not the case. However, I don't rely on selling any type of sports memorabilia to pay a bill, uh, or anything like that. It's solely for the sake of you know adding more to what I currently have within my collection. And basically, I left you. It's either you know don't care that the market's crashing. It's better for me, or you'll have that one individual who they're clutching their pearls and they're just talking about how else am I going to pay the rent, how am I going to pay my mortgage, how are my kids going to eat.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, with a lot of these influencers and a lot of these individuals that take the YouTube or fanatics or all these other crazy websites and apps that we go on every day, you know they 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 solely rely on this as their means of supporting the family. So I mean, would love to really hear how everybody's thoughts are in regards to when you hear about a hobby, the market crashing. I mean, there's to me, it's a cut and dry deal for me. you know just all you're doing is just affording me the opportunity to get the stuff that I couldn't get at some point in my time. So it's basically what it boils down to.
I just went and voted too. 100% say I don't care. Let it crash so far with 9 votes, as you were saying. Um, what's up, Titus, Nikki, Collector's Dream, Alan, Diamond, Johnny,
Yep, we got a whole bunch
Walkin,
of legends up in the chat. John, how
Beast.
you doing? Johnny, Larkin, Diamond, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody is having a stellar Saturday.
Thank you
I
guys so
know
much
I
for
am.
being here with us every Saturday. We really appreciate you guys. Um, I forgot to talk about my PSA 6 in the
Yeah, we're gonna
banter.
talk about that here in a minute. Let me just get
Oh,
some
yeah.
formalities out the way. I'm
Formalities.
not gonna beat y'all. I'm not gonna kick a dead horse. Adrian brought up all the promo codes that she had on the actual podcast. Same rules apply on this side of the house. Okay, whatever she's got, I got. They're for you to use at your disposal. All right, let's hear about this. How we plan on taking over the world, there, Pinky.
Okay, so my next PSA submission that's on its way back got a mixture of everybody's cards in there. I got some, you got some, brother-in-law's got blah 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 blah, and uh I put in a couple cards to get it to 20 or whatever, but I still look them over, and I know I usually have a reputation of getting the only 8 or something like that because sometimes I rush them, but in this submission, great submission that's coming back, lots of cool stuff. One of the cards I'm getting back is getting a PSA 6, and it's a brand new, it's a modern card, not that that doesn't happen, but
Right.
um I'm just like, I mean, I looked it over. I was thinking worst case, per usual, like a 9,
Yeah.
but anyway, 6. So unless, and I'm, like I said, usually with my own cards, sometimes I overlook maybe unless I overlook something crazy. My plan is to crack it And instead of sending it back to PSA, I'm going to send it to Tag
Mm.
and get the whole X-ray vision and stuff all over that thing and see what's going on with it there.
Now, is this something that's PC related?
No, it's I actually don't mind even. It's a Topps J-Rod X Oswald. Is it Cabrera?
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's
yeah. Okay. Oh,
rookie
Oswald
card.
Peraza. Got you.
Peraza, okay. That I thought would just be a nice, rookie card of
Mm-hmm.
his. Everybody's got the Topps base and all that, but the J-Rock collection was kind of cool, and I thought it might be one that doesn't get graded as much, and somebody might want for their collection. But I might be keeping this bad boy now, and that's just fine.
Right.
But I certainly didn't think it was be a 6. I wouldn't send it in if for that. It's not like it's a vintage card or whatever. So I'm very curious to see, and especially after what Neo just had gone through, and I'd love to see the whole analysis that Tag does.
Right.
So, which I have a couple cards here from my brother-in-law that he wanted to go to Tag, and I can always find a couple things because like a 10 card minimum submission to Tag. I love it. And like I've always said, Tag's slabs are my favorite. So,
Right.
and I bet I got a friend with an extensive J-Rod collection that might throw 1 or 2 cards in there.
I think I know who you're talking about too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing tonight? Some people that came in after we said our highs. We got Dom and Arnie and Doug, Kenny.
Yeah, Arnie, you make a good point. There are videos out there with random 6 or 8s in these orders of all 9s and 10s with modern.
Yeah, I always wondered if they just do that on purpose too.
And the thing, initially my first thought is because I've seen a couple of videos where the reveal was just complete trash. I think the highest grade that you would see would be like an 8. The first thing that would cross my mind is, did you even bother looking at what you plan on sending before you sent it? But then in your case, when majority of your order is averaging about a 9, but then you have that 6 that just comes out of left field.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, that theory of you not checking your stuff goes out the window. So,
now that you say that, that order, there were a couple of vintage cards in that because that actually isn't. Now that I think about it, it's not the lowest grade in the submission, but there was a couple of cards. I don't want to say which cards these were because they were kind of bangers as far as collectors. A couple of Jebben's basketball cards that got low grades, but fully expected low grades. We're actually just hoping these cards were going to get graded, like authenticated. So I don't know. Which makes me wonder, are they like, oh, this person's probably expecting another low grade? I don't know. It's just so weird to me that.
But hey, like boss said, man, how you doing?
Boss man, I don't know if I said hi to Alan too. Alan, man.
Alan?
That guy's collection, dude.
Douglas, how you doing?
Cry. It's so beautiful. Cry.
Got the Cardmunity lawyer up in here, Dom.
Dom.
Dom is a fool. So
no, he's
I think it was the last after hour show that we did. So he posted a comment on it, and I literally almost peed my pants. It was just that damn funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
And let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
And it's I was like, damn, Dom, really? Tell me how you really feel. So he goes, okay, as Matty Ice's lawyer, I protest the accusations that the upstanding and clean living gem of a Cardmunity member that he is would participate in any illegal use of recreational drugs. En garde, sir. En garde.
Oh my God.
Threw me off.
What do we got here? I don't spend too much time on it, Adrian. Just keep collecting, grading, etc. If one card in order is my issue once in a while, I agree. But I'm just because I think it's because the Neo video that just came out. I'm just curious, and I like to, I like to experiment with this whole grading thing. I know you as well, like enjoy to get stuff graded and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And I'm just curious, did I miss something crazy, which could have happened? Because I know sometimes when I'm filling PSA orders, I want to get one or two in there to make it to meet that 20 to get it shipped out.
right.
Sometimes I rush. I might have maybe I don't look at the backs as well. Maybe I missed something crazy, and
I mean, here's how
I thought it would be fun for content.
my thing for grading now is this, there's only going to be a very narrow type of selection of cards that I'm actually going to either grade myself or I'm going to send over to Adrian to get graded for me. And 9 out of every 10 times, I don't really care what grade it comes back in. However, there are those instances and those exceptions where I do ask Adrian to, go above and beyond and do a nice thorough look over because of the type of card it is, and the potential value associated with it. Like, for example, I just sent Adrian, and I did a short on it too, a rainbow of pretty much every A-Rod card from the Platinum series to her to get graded. I don't care what they come in, honestly, but there's a Topps Dynasty auto relic that I sent her, and that one to include a second one of a Julio Rodriguez. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is that I asked her to pay a little more attention to and show a little more love to, because I would love to see those maximize on the potential grade.
I
But
take
other
it
than that, everything else,
yeah.
I
I
just
take
wanted
it
in plastic.
I take it you don't want me to show off that Julio that you were talking about just
You
now.
know what? If you want to show it, by all means,
It's
let me
so
go ahead and
it's so freaking cool.
okay, that's not the one that I wanted. Let's do this. There we go.
Oh, these cards from the J-Rod collection, these anime ones, short print inserts are so cool. They are so cool.
Yeah.
We'll get that under the magnifying glass here shortly.
I mean, the thing is, everything that Adrian does as far as grading, I have the same resources. However, okay, my first submission, I will be the first to admit it, I got lucky. 80% gem rate, that rarely happens. So I want to go ahead and keep that good streak as it stands right now. I don't want to go ahead and send a submission and next thing you know, I got an 80% 8th grade return. I don't want to do that.
Can you
You
go
know,
back to the other screen with the two faces? That makes us smaller. Thank you. I don't want to see my face. God. um,
you just tapped into your inner Kardashian just now.
Bossman was saying earlier he's doing his first submission here soon. I was like, let me know if you got any questions. Carddeal.com's making some good points about Neo and getting stuff graded.
Let's see.
First, should
The
I
issue is
use
Neil has 10K followers. Then it spreads BS. They grade 1,000,000 freaking cards a month. So, well, here's the thing, Neil. I've noticed that Neil doesn't really do a lot of PSA reveals. He's always given us his insight on what's going on in the hobby. I mean, periodically he does give us PSA reveals. So, I mean, I don't know.
Should I use a dry glass wipe to clean any possible smudges? So I use just a little tiny microfiber. I just have this little whatever, but like a microfiber towel, something super soft. And sometimes just a little, little on there to get anything off of there and make sure there's no fingerprints and all that stuff. And any freaking penny sleeve and any freaking um card saver doesn't matter. They used to be picky, but any card saver will work. And then an extra little thing that I do is I got some right here. I take Post-its and you can have I just take my regular Post-its and cut them into threes. And that way when they go to take the card out, it pulls out really easy.
Yeah.
There's a trick a YouTuber showed me. If you think about somebody that's grading cards all day, any little thing to help them you know, make their job easier and a way for them to a less likely way to not damage the card, like reaching in to get it and stuff like that. I've had people ask me if you get the card savers back. You do not, just so you know. Card savers, penny sleeves, gone forever. And yeah, awesome, boss man. Yeah. Oh no, we didn't think you were knocking on Neo. I understood your point exactly, card deal. Yeah.
But check out this comment that I got up from Random Rips.
It's not
that last sentence.
What's hard is predicting the mood the grader will be in that day and how their quota of 10 stand. 100%.
We just talked about this last weekend.
Yeah.
Would that be one of the cases?
And I know Card Deal has said this in his videos and some other people, but like when I send submissions in, like say for the bulk, it's a minimum of 20. I try to keep it as close to that 20 as possible. I ain't trying to send in more than that. Not that necessarily, I do that mostly because I feel like they go through grading faster. When they got more, it just takes longer. And so if I do 20 and different orders, different increments, how do you know there are not hundreds more mistakes that don't get resubmitted? We don't know. And I'm sure there are some. And I just, as a YouTuber doing this stuff, I thought that would be a fun video with good content showing. I've done videos before where I've cracked slabs. They're always from a different company going to PSA. I've never done one that's from PSA going to a different company.
You know who I think is going to be hip to that game? I think Tag will be up to that game because they keep an archive of those photographs, those 3D photographs that they take of the cards that are graded.
Yeah.
So if they see the same card with the same flaw,
yeah,
you would think the most logical thing would be either give it the same grade or don't grade it at all.
That actually makes me think of another thing. Two things. Thing number one, you had a PSA 4, something like that.
It was a turkey red Aaron Judge that graded a 4.5.
No, not that one. More recent, Julio from Big League, the bird where it's like a burger.
Yeah, yes.
I almost want you to send that to me so I can crack it and put that to Tag too. Because it certainly didn't see. I don't know if it was a 4 or a 6, but it certainly didn't seem like it was that low of a grade, whatever it was.
Right, it was a 6.
Wouldn't that be a fun? I just thought, wouldn't that be a fun experiment? I know it's a big waste of money, but kind of fun anyway. Too. Okay, graded at PSA, gets back, cracked, goes to Tag, got the grade, get that card back, crack, send it to cheat like all the companies just for an experiment, just for fun.
Well, we did bring this up, Collector's Dream, that there was an interview that the PSA president, forgot his damn name, mentioned that the graders will start pushing out graders notes, but as a pilot, they're gonna do it to the more higher value cards and see how it goes from there. But I mean, we really don't have anything solid that will tell us that graders actually have a set quota for 10s or 9s or whatever the case may be. I find that hard to believe.
Grading spot fingerprints not affected by mood. Yeah. In that video that Neo did, he was talking about how there was a part in there where he's like, I don't know, the like tag and all that. There's human beings that put that info into the computer, and so I feel like he's just still on the fence on it. Where I feel like we're past that now. The
Oh
more we
yeah.
think about it,
I mean, because
so
it's like now I'm starting to notice a lot of people doing tag grading reviews. And I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
dude, where the hell were y'all at in 2022?
I got the best comment. I might bring that up. Somebody commented on my last tag review, which has been out for a little bit.
Right.
Um, it was a good comment. I responded back to him. Let's see if I still got it on here. Um, just gotta find it. What's everybody else saying in the comments there? Got anything good?
Let's see. I'd be too worried about damaging during cracking. Statistically speaking, you're gonna eventually F it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a trial by error.
This would be a good one for that though. I wouldn't care that much. All right. Let's take a look. Wow. I guess it's better. I guess I already commented it's better for me to go on to YouTube itself. But I mean, tag, I don't know, dude. I hope. It's not likely, but I hope they get more predominant. But they need to move faster with being able to grade more things like vintage and stuff like that. Otherwise, that's what's going to hold them up because they have a limit as to
Johnny,
what
you don't
they
like
grade.
what we're talking about? Cover your ears.
What you guys have been talking about tag all this time. uh, here we go. It's really dumb. This is a comment on my video. It's really dumb
Okay.
that people pay so much more for PSA's inconsistent, subjective, and untransparent ass graded cards.
Okay.
If I was if I was going to invest a bunch of money in cards, I would trust tag grades eons more than I'd trust PSA. I think eventually the masses are going to figure it out and tag 10s will fetch more money than PSA because the truth is tag is superior to PSA. But as we know, the truth is slow, but it is also undefeated and always eventually comes to light. I loved that comment. Um, it slow but steady, and I hope because tag, in my experience with the stuff that I've done with tag, they
Mm-hmm.
are superior to PSA, and I think that's why PSA is moving towards we talked a couple weeks ago on the podcast about how they're moving
Yeah.
towards like notes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and using computers to help grade and things of that nature. It's all about consistency, working on consistency. And I don't think PSA makes that move without Tag and other companies. There are other companies doing it as well, but I just feel like so far Tag's got the nicest deal going. They just,
And here's my thing. Everybody looks to get their stuff graded with PSA for commanding its premium. Don't you think if you want to maximize on your profit or your revenue, however you want to look at it, you want to get the full detail of what it is you're trying to sell, and you're going to want to go with that grader that will give you that transparency. I mean, if you really
it sure
think
helps
about it,
things.
if we was to take, honestly, I really can't even think of a really positive influencer in the hobby right now, But if we did have that one guy who brought it out to the hobby saying that if you look into, capitalize on, getting a premium for your stuff to flip, tag is the way to go. The masses that would go crossover into tag, it would be funny.
Yeah. I'm looking at this and Tag actually is way cheaper than PSA. you know what? Why don't I do this? I've got a screen. Let's see, coming up for you there. If you wouldn't mind sharing it, so I can. So if you look here, if you just wanted your card encased, just want it encased, no grade, verify that it's authentic. $9 a card, and
Oh, that's
let's
new.
see. Yeah, that is new. Any amount of cards, so you can send in one, $9, and
What's up, Sean?
uh, these drops. This is not necessarily. This is if you are go on their site at certain times, they allow so many of these at $14 a card. But at this time, it was pretty easy to get into that. Um, right here, this is the one economy grading, $19 a card, which you can get that pretty much with PSA, but you have to be a member, so you're paying a yearly fee for that. So $19 a card. It's a 30-day turnaround, which is not bad because that's faster than
Yeah.
PSA. For that amount of money, a minimum of 10 cards. I mean, and I got to do a minimum of 20 with PSA.
And I mean, hell, the freaking grading package that they send you is worth it.
If you guys don't know that submission kit they send, and then the way they send them back to you, I know. We are not sponsored by Tag. We are not sponsored by Tag. We are not sponsored by Tag. I'm just saying, after grading with them,
personal experience,
it was,
it's like you're doing a reveal and a rip at the same time. Not two birds out.
So what card deal just put that no one will compete with PSA? Didn't they say that? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they say that about Beckett back in the day?
They said Beckett was the big dog. Look at them now.
I agree that no one's a threat to PSA currently. I agree with that. Do the math, the monthly grades, and you're totally right though. The thing with PSA right now, if you're trying to sell your cards, you're gonna get more money with PSA.
Yeah.
End of story. Tag is not there yet for that. No. But I'm just saying that's why I only like my PC stuff, some of my PC stuff with Tag, and they're my favorites. So you're based. No, we're not sponsored. We're not sponsored by Tag. No. We gotta stop. We gotta change the subject.
But yeah. So another thing that we're starting to notice is all these little hiccups with these manufacturers, Tops, with the auto cards, no autos, and you really can't blame the player for that one, because the Tops representative is, or the Panini, whoever it is, they got one job. They go out there with either a boatload of sheets of stickers, or they bring these crates of these cards that was already manufactured. They bring them to the said player that's supposed to be signing them, and they're supposed to sit there while this individual is actually doing all the signing, account for everything, make sure they're all signed, and then bring them back to get them all packaged up, ready for distribution. So I've seen in the podcast where a lot of people are saying that the players should sign their own freaking cards and everything like that. I don't blame the players at all. This is more of a manufacturer error in my opinion. And it's like every time we catch something like that and it starts catching traction, if you will, like for example with the duplicate 101s, it wasn't until 6, I believe, surfaced until Tops actually decided to say something. So at what point, again, going back to my previous statement, either last week or previously, when is Fanatics gonna step in and say, look, yes, Tops is doing all the producing and we bought Tops, we will accept responsibility for Tops's mishap.
I'm looking at just reading comments like Beast was saying when Phil Hughes got cards to sign, they were in boxes with 2 different pins for him to sign. I have a wild suggestion for card makers. What if they pulled out all the one-of-ones and let the public bid buy on them? Would it devalue hobby boxes and breaks? Yes. Always. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I have been buying less and I don't ever. I haven't been buying hobby boxes at all. About Cosmic. Oh, you know what this girl's buying? Costco, baby. That one's mine, and then there's another one sitting right here for Mike
Mike B.
B. So I'm pumped about that. They're fun.
Yeah. But I mean, it's these little errors that I look at it as the snowball effect. You know, what
It was
my next question is, what's next? What's the next hiccup that we're gonna catch?
it was kind of nice that one of the hiccups happened to them. That whole out of 10 not autoed card happened on Fanatics Live with Dave and Adams.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice in a way. I don't feel good about the person that bought into that. I will have to have you get me one and hit you. Yes, you got it. Absolutely.
How about just getting a membership at Costco, John? Jeez.
He might not have one. Like, I know Diamond Princess, like, her closest Costco is like 3 hours away or something.
So
Some people have Sam
it's in another state.
Almost. Almost, yeah. Who's it? Top.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're under 100. Cool. Johnny, what do you think about that Archives collector's box coming out for like $70 and it's got one auto in it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hit that like button. It was at, I'm gonna double check it. I'm gonna double check. 16. I think there's 19 people in there. But yeah, please hit the like button.
Okay, Arnie.
There it goes.
So
17.
the debacle with the duplicate 1-to-1s, I understand they made that right with that. What have they done to correct the non-autographed autos?
The good news is that a company makes it right. Like, wait. I want to make sure I understood all of that right. He's talking about Topps making it right.
So basically, if Topps made a error somewhere with a product,
yeah,
that they go out of their way to correct it, and I'll give them partial credit for that, because again, they came up with that bounty for the duplicate 1-to-1s.
Yeah.
Okay, got that. This is not the first time that we've seen a product with alleged autographed cards in it with no autograph. They haven't done nothing to fix that.
I feel the stolen autos. Yeah, that's why I feel like 50-50 on things. I feel like I've had issues with Topps and they fixed things.
Because I mean,
hell, the redemption thing took way too long, but they did fix it.
They did fix that.
That bounty thing with the 1-on-1s, I felt like that was pretty. I don't know. I felt that was good. If you got one and like all that money, Topps has blank autos all the time. Now Topps doesn't want wrappers and UPC. They have an online system to turn them in. So maybe with Fanatics, they're working towards making things better. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
It won't be the first. I know it's not the first, and it won't be the last.
Yeah.
But again, when you have a company that just comes in by storm, just buying everybody else up and saying, we're going to make it right for the customer. We're going to 10X it for the customer. What's going on now with products that are being released either on time and accurately, because We've had products that were scheduled to come out on said date, but they don't come out till months later,
Yeah.
or they just don't come out for whatever reason. So, I mean, at what point does these companies actually get held accountable and, something is actually done?
What's up, Magnus?
What's up, Magnus? How you doing?
Oh, the rest. Yes, in favor. Yeah. I guess we're just with Fanatics, especially because I think we're both now like Fanatics, the whole Monopoly thing, not feeling good about it. I already don't feel good about it because I feel like certain people get loaded boxes, but at the least, I think we're hoping for quicker reactions and quicker responses to mistakes like that for
That
sure.
could be a possibility, Larkin. Honestly, I mean, they're probably looking at what's going on right now and thinking, did we make the right decision?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Because, I mean, if you really think about it, Upper Deck really haven't heard much of anything from them.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf haven't heard much of anything from them. All those major sports, it's the ones that's having the issues. I mean, how many issues have you heard about hockey, Pokemon? Hell, I'll even go a step further. Pickleball, even though it's brand new.
Dude, man, Pokemon and like those kind of what are the trading card games? That's what that card shop that's up, the one that I go to now is pretty close, like 20 minutes away. That's
Yeah.
focusing on that because he's making money doing that. And
I
he's,
mean, this TCG game is starting
yeah.
to pick up,
Oh yeah.
and it's insane.
That's if you want if you want to do cards and make money and stuff right now, like Pokemon and stuff is the way to go. I feel like I don't know anything about it, so don't take that with a grain of salt, but seems like it.
I agree with that, Random, but at the same time, they could be making 2 to 3 times more if Topps was on point with their product line
Yeah, I
and
agree.
fulfilling their obligations.
I agree with Random, but at the same time, Michael, like they don't want uh any kind of an like part of their business to not be making good money.
Exactly.
They rather cut off, that's my guess. Value at 31 billion. Oh my god. Magic and Pokemon are in worse shape than sports cards. I don't think that's I could be wrong. I guess maybe I just seemed maybe I'm wrong. I thought Pokemon was like doing super well right now, but I could be wrong.
And
The-
I just had a thought. You know what I would think would be hilarious to see
what's that?
if Fanatics did an episode of Undercover Boss.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
They go down to various manufacturing centers through Topps and everybody else, and we could see firsthand what's going on.
What's up, Nikki?
What's up, Nikki?
If you're a wrestling fan, if you're a wrestling fan, WWE was so watered down for years because of no competition. Now they are a much better product because of the alternatives out there. I know wrestling cards have been doing well. I feel like I see that on Sports Card Investor. Like one of the markets that's up is wrestling. Let me pull that up real quick and see what we've got.
Yeah, definitely. You know how many individuals would tune in to see Undercover Boss Fanatics Edition?
Yeah.
And we would hear about it on Sports Card Radio, Neo Cards and Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Jeff Wilson's gonna probably want to tune in too, and his idiot of a minion teapot. Was that show really necessary? I mean, come on now.
Boss Man, the mini 88 archives. That was something that they put on the checklist as a mistake they made. I pulled a Buster Posey of that on my channel. And I emailed them, and I'm surprised they didn't email you back. They emailed me that this was an error that they spoke of as the product came out, and that they weren't, that's just how they all are. Which, how dumb. It says on the back of that card, like it's a, certified auto, like
Right.
just opening up for people to scam people with that, because you could throw an auto on there and it's like, look, it's authenticated by Tops. Yeah. But yeah, they were like, oh, that was our mistake. They're all like that. And they went out like that on accident. They're all like that. There's not gonna be autos, and that's it. Yep. That was lame.
I'm
Dude,
getting none.
I'm gonna be on Top's website for the Dutch auction just to follow it, see how it goes. For sure. But yeah, I ain't getting none of that. I ain't got no money for that.
I would expect individuals like Striker maybe trying to get in on it. I know Jabs is gonna try to get in on that. He'll pay top dollar for it and charge ×3 to his viewers.
I don't feel Nikki was a mess because of events, and there's a lot of competition prior to AE. If people wanted to see it, indies were hot for years. Okay, copy that. I don't feel like quality control, as far as the way the cards look, like centering and stuff, has been too bad, Alan. Are you talking about like with the whole autos and all that stuff? Yes. But as far as the way the cards look, 2023, I feel like they've done better as far as centering and things like that.
I mean, yeah, the last hiccup that we had with quality control severely was 2022 Topps Chrome update. That was a headache within itself. And
Yeah.
as more of that product was produced later on after its release, you started noticing it was getting a little bit better.
Yeah. Isn't update? It's
Yeah,
horrible.
exactly what I said,
Yeah.
Arnie.
Yep. I
Because
think
they just want to
Nikki,
go ahead and push that stuff out, start making that money, and then sit back and watch. Because I mean, I actually agree with Striker. I'm pretty sure you've got these individuals in Tops, Fanatics, Panini. They watch YouTube and see those big name channels rip into their product and take notes. So I mean, what's up, Jason?
hey Jason, Sean, I don't feel like I've seen you, but I haven't said hi yet. What's up?
He's only Sean. Who cares?
Eating competition. I feel like if Nikki's still here, I saw a comment while we were doing the podcast, so it's harder to answer about if Ethan, if it was a good time for Ethan to open a card shop. I know that Ethan loves cards and he loves collecting, and I'm sure he's,
I
especially
mean, he's got a program going on at his school.
Yeah, he's got a big presence on YouTube. He's probably doing well now. Are his sales as much as they would have been if he had been opened in 2018 through? No, probably not. But what did I do now, Sean? Or what did
Basically,
he do?
you acknowledged his presence.
Oh,
and I just said it was only Sean.
Oh gosh, they would have to see what they think of the product and how. Yeah,
and that would make sense.
Yeah,
if I was a CEO of Topps, I would want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I eat about half as much as I did in my teens and 20.
There's not a stream that Jason gets on, and we're not talking about food.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Nikki, he's probably having just so much fun what he's doing, and I'm sure he's doing
And
well.
on top of that, Ethan he's still in his mid 20s. I mean, he's like 25, 26 right now. He's
Mhm.
still wet behind the ears. I mean, I'm pretty sure the ink on anything that he signed on that got him to where he's at this point is still wet. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's a life lesson.
Parents are, yeah. I mean, I don't know that for certain, but I know. But his dad and mom do videos with him. It's probably a family business, maybe, or I don't
It's
even
a
know that for
possibility.
certain.
I'm pretty sure while he's
Yeah,
teaching, Dad's running the show.
yeah, which is
I don't
freaking
want to,
awesome.
and not to knock your comment down, but
Go.
depending on the state you're in, I mean, there's some states that teachers' salaries are a lot higher than what you think they are. I mean, I know for a fact, like teachers in New York City, they get paid pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
But if
I
you
don't.
go to one of those third world states, like I don't know, West Virginia, for an example, they probably making more than what a teacher in New York City would be making.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I feel like teachers overall don't get paid well. My sister's a teacher, Texas. Sean, he might chime in. I don't know. He's a teacher in
They
Texas.
just don't pay Sean that much because it's Sean.
You on a roll now. I'm paid $2 an hour. You That's probably not a joke because I think
No,
about all the stuff that teachers do before and after school is open. Like the stuff that my sister whole nother story. Whole nother story. Teachers, much love to teachers. Make bank now. I dated 3 teachers.
Dom, you are such a man whore,
Um, oh, Dom's
and I
the
mean that
best.
wholeheartedly out of love.
Oh my god.
What
What
else we
happened to
got here?
Kenny?
What's going on with Kenny?
Oh no. He's got cancer?
Oh
My loved one.
man, hey, we
Oh
praying for you over
no.
here, Kenny.
Yes. Prayers to you, Kenny. I hope that it's small and it's the procedure to get rid of it is quick and painless.
Yeah,
Keep us posted. I hope you're going to be just fine. I know you're going to be just fine. Dom makes us all laugh. Arnie, you make us laugh. Dude, Arnie, your lives have been fun this past week. I
they're
hope like
fun when he's attentive.
why you always gotta shit on everything? Like
I'm just telling it like it is.
he is fun. I love his the lives. He's got a lot of stuff available. If you guys don't know, I know it seems pretty consistently. He's doing it every Friday. Card
Yeah,
deal.
please do, Kenny.
Post more information if I get this wrong, but I know Friday is going live. And then if you go onto his website, literally thecarddeal.com, he's got graded stuff and sets and other stuff on there, but the boxes or packs to get open on his live, there's a lot of fun stuff on there. I know with I know with Diamond Princess taking a break excuse me, taking a break right now that we haven't had that, box opening experience that we were so used to. Card deals Fridays.
I look at Cardale as a flat chested diamond princess, and he doesn't have the Golden Girl voice. He's definitely got ADD, but
It's awesome. Arnie pays attention when he drinks. My life is a mess. It's all.
okay, Johnny. I
Oh.
learned something the other day. I drank Bud Light for a specific reason, and I'm gonna say it now. And if YouTube decides to go ahead and say something about it, that's okay. Bitch, you don't like it? Go home then.
uh, um, I'm not sure if I should be offended or not. Actually, Donovan, I'm not sure either. I don't. It is Mr. Enfuego. This is his regular comedy hour.
Yeah, this is just me being me.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
So my brother, who was a Texas Rangers fan forever, in this past year, back to the Giants, and the whole story on that. My brother, growing up, was a huge we grew up in the Bay Area. I was an A's fan. He was a Giants fan. He loved Will Clark. Loved him. Will Clark gets traded to the Rangers. The Rangers were his team all the way. One of his first tattoos, my brother's got some sleeves. He's got this, they had this big tattoo of a Texas Ranger thingy on there. And so then last year, Will Clark does his retired number in San Francisco, and they go and they're showing all the old clips and all that. And my brother's there with his buddies. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm a San Francisco Giants fan again. I don't even know anybody at Texas anymore." Blah blah blah. San Francisco Giants. So this season happened. My brother, meanwhile, during the season, gets the tattoo covered up. San Francisco Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of his, my brother doesn't have Facebook, a friend of his does, and posts it, explain the whole thing. And they're watching the game. The Rangers win. And my brother just looked at him and he's like, "I'm never watching sports again."
What's up, Maddie? Glad you could join us.
Oh, man.
And apparently Maddie's had one too many.
Maddie had one too many? How are you supposed to go running tomorrow, man?
He'll be all right. Nobody likes a quitter. He was a soldier.
Sticks G and
Adam's Card
Closet are going live tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, if I read that right. And then back to back, we got Sticks Jeopardy and
Guess Who.
Now, I was talking to Mr. Enfuego before this. We are going to go live on my channel tomorrow doing a mail day at he's blitzed at, I'm thinking 12 p.m. tomorrow. I'll get that fixed tonight so it comes up and you can see when it's coming up. I'm thinking 12 p.m. Pacific. So 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Eastern.
2, 3. Yes. I had a couple shots in between the podcast and after our show. So here we are.
Maddie knows the deal about over drinking, especially if you was back in the Army back then. You know, you drink until about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Get ready for PT at 5.
I was going to say, yep. Oh, my God. Those are the awful days. And then,
hey, Jenny, like, what's going on? There she goes doing
Jenny's in the house. What's up? You go, and then you go to PT, and it's like a run day, and you're like, oh, you're running, and you're puking everywhere. Awful. Awful.
That's right. Shameless plug by our friendly neighborhood Canadian card breaker.
Clocks change. Oh my God, I forgot. I'm glad that my iPhone does it for me.
Yeah.
Sweet. Clocks change tonight. Man, I thought did we vote that down? Are we gonna quit doing that? Man.
No, when it's to the point where we earn time, let's keep it going.
I agree with you, Beast. Triple Threads is my favorite. I haven't been able to afford it this past couple years, but I like to buy them aftermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Nikki with comics too. He's thinking about expanding his channel.
Okay.
He's had some good videos lately with cards he saved from the garbage somebody was going to throw out.
I know Adrian didn't mention it, but if y'all remember when she had that little stint of when she lost her voice, I think she left it at Costco or something like that while she was at home. She was considering and incorporating ASMRs into her channel going forward.
Dude, ASMR channels are
you know, lit. She's gonna have that inner voice. Watch how I open the pack so graciously and pull the cards out of the package. Look, a Boba-Fett.
It's all about that pack noise.
Exactly.
Male pole dancing. I'll make sure.
You know what, John? If you incorporate that, your first video has to put you in a Borat bathing suit.
Ugh. Oh, JJ is rocking the drops. J&J, Lance. Uh-huh. Yep. Spine Ticks. He's awesome.
Yeah.
She is good for okay, cool.
Dom, why are you suing me for?
I'm serving Mr. with lawsuit.
Jeez.
Not even 10:30, officially off the rails. I want to know, okay, this is fun. This is fun. What's everybody's drink of choice? Beer and hard alcohol, like drink choice. So like I like Crown and Coke, and I'm always like a micro brew, seasonal micro brew for a beer. And I'm usually a one and done kind of thing. Now, if I'm drinking several beers, I guess, yeah, Bud Light and Coors Light. I hate saying that because they both are gross. But when you're drinking more than one, good. There's the best answer right there. Magnus doesn't drink alcohol. Good call. Coca-Cola, very cold, Mexican. So the bottles, we sell those at Costco. I love those. Corona and Patron. I've had a lot of both tonight. Oh, I like Land Shark, Bud Light and Land Shark. Cool. Screwdrivers or Captain Coke. We know Diamond. No, just kidding. Just teasing
You
her.
had me at Yingling there, Nikki.
Ooh, I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, Miller Lite. I do like Miller Lite. Porter at the moment. Cool.
Of course, Diamond.
Drinking shots of tequila. See Diamond shots of tequila, like licking salt off of
double fisting
you know what?
tequila
Never mind.
shots.
Never mind. Ooh, Guinness and any scotch. Tito's and water. Drink. I like anything with alcohol in it. When that wasn't good enough, I turned to crack. Oh, that's awesome. Is East Coast. Okay. Has anybody ever been able to do the Irish car bombs? You drop the shot in the Guinness and you have to chug it real fast.
Yeah.
I know. Dark times, huh? Dark times. Ooh. I can't. I'm not into the
Johnny's a rebel.
Yeah, I can't do the cinnamon stuff. Oh God. Remember
Johnny is a rebel.
I'm sure they still make it, but y'all remember growing up drinking Goldschlager? Oh. Oh God. It almost makes me want to cry thinking about it. Oh, speaking of almost crying, does anybody follow the Beatles and listen to the new Beatles song that just came out? Oh my God. So good. Anyways. No sit. Yeah. We have a drink here called a bear fight. That sounds fun. Oh, when I lived in Alaska, they had shots called duck farts. Only in Alaska, baby.
Yeah.
I prefer.
So there was a drink that I remember when I went to school back in the military days. A buddy of mine introduced me to what initially I perceived it as a foo-foo drink. I looked at it as a Starbucks version of a bar, and the drink literally, it's named Panty Dropper. But when you look at all the ingredients, it's gonna sound wrong, but if I was a female, yeah, my drawers would have fell. I mean, they have so much random stuff that you would not think go together. I mean, I don't remember the recipe offhand right now. I owe that to you, but I'm just like, wow.
I was about to say there's a guy that was here from my town, Oregon. He asked for a duck fart. Yeah, that's funny. But what Canadian car breakers in Whitehorse, I know I've heard of this too, where they a drink with a severed toe in the bottle, like up in the Alaska, like where frostbite and stuff happens. That's like a thing. This conversation is getting intense.
It really is. We went from sports cars to drinks of choice.
Dom said one that made me laugh too. I can't find it now. Where he's like I drink car bombs or Irish car bombs. Where the heck is it? Oh, I do a line of car bombs. Less sugar. Honest God truth. Jack Fire is 10 times better than Fireball. You know that I haven't tried that one because I don't like the cinnamon, but I do like Gentleman's Jack over Jack Daniels. My dad always has Gentleman's Jack. That's his like favorite. So how about the Mets? Oh man, never heard of a duck fart. Your birthday, you can get a gorilla fart. Oh man.
Oh, jeez. Man, there were so many drinks back in the day that I've dealt with that.
I know. I'm like upset stomach now thinking about it.
Like I remember the very first time I downed a whole bottle of Everclear all by my lonely.
Oh, you are lucky you're alive. God.
And this was when I was stationed in Japan. So the barracks out there, they were 3 stories high, and we were drinking, and I was dared to just take a leap of faith out the window of the second story of the barracks room. I did it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And luckily for me, the grass and the picnic table broke my fall.
Lucky.
You know, I dislocated my knee. I sprained my ankle like severely because I thought it would be cool to try to land kind of like in a accordion fashion. Didn't work out too well.
No. Private? Were you a private PV2 still? Where were you at?
No, I was actually a Lance Corporal E3, which is just as dumb as a private.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just glad you weren't at sergeant status yet. So
yeah, we kind of figured that, Arnie.
Coconut rum, Baca, peach liqueur. Oh my God, that's just how does Diamond know that by heart? I've tried 10, 13 times. Oh, Maddie. Well, at least I know you're gonna be at all the lives tomorrow because you're just gonna be on your couch recovering. You know what the best my sister and I swear by one of the best things for a hangover is McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah.
McDonald's had I'm sorry, Mr. Enfuego had a Mick Foley
moment.
So cherries there like delay bombs once the fuse is lit. Oh my God. Corporals are dumb privates with tenure.
Well, that depends on what era you're talking about too, Nikki, because in the 90s, corporals back then were the ones that you didn't want to piss off. Adrian, seriously.
Yeah.
Per Diamond.
What?
That's what she said. I don't know.
Seriously, you're the one. You're the one who brought it up.
Gotta make a McDonald's run.
Dude, DoorDash that, bro. DoorDash. You have heard some of my concoctions. Dude, she's the one that told me about that. Let's see if I can find. I'm not going to be able to remember it. What's that drink, Diamond, you're telling me about? The half and half of some, like, it was Crown and I don't know. It was something that I was like, good Lord. Yeah, I haven't seen No Tops Holiday yet either. I was just looking up the saying like, Adrian, we need to talk sometime next week. Yes. Did you get my message? I sent you another message on Discord. I will message you again tomorrow, Magnus, so we can set up a meeting. You have to question how I know. Morgan, vodka, Coke, whipping cream. Nope, that's not it. Not that one, different one.
Yeah. You know what? I'm pulling the plug on this one. We are well over the 1 hour mark.
It was fun. We're having fun.
Yes, we are having fun, but at the same time,
$7.
If you're in Cali, you better get all the McDonald's burgers you can before they cost $7 next year, since they're going to raise McDonald's workers' minimum wage to $20 an hour. Only in California.
Yep.
You know who you got to blame for that one there, Johnny? Newsom.
I would recommend not eating McDonald's hamburgers unless you are hungover. Got a couple of holidays, some Okay, Bossman's in California, I believe. I gotta check tomorrow. I've been checking, and I have friends checking, and we haven't seen any holiday over here. I'd like to open a box myself, but we'll
Okay.
see. Couple of
But
boxes.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this
Cool.
while we still have a little bit of sanity within us. But just to reiterate on what we said on the podcast, next week the podcast will be themed, okay? Because again, next week we're going. It is Veterans Day, and for some of us who were in the Navy or in the Marine Corps, the day prior to that, which is that Friday, it's the Marine Corps birthday.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 248 years old, still going strong. So we will, Adrian and I will work our tails off throughout the week to make sure we bring you the best episode that we can, not only because of the reason behind it, but at the same time, again, we always try to come up with ways to make our content for you guys that much more beneficial, informative, and entertaining at the same time. You know, so we do appreciate everybody sticking out with us every Saturday when we do go live, and we do appreciate when unforeseen circumstances come up and one of us has to cut sling load and call an audible for whatever reason, because of life, or you know what I mean. But just remember, tomorrow we got the usual suspects going live with their game show, so hopefully we will catch you over there. Adrian will be going live as well, so it's gonna be another fun-filled day of YouTube activity tomorrow. All right, so any
Again,
last words?
thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button. Stay tuned. We got lots. I just came up with a cool idea. I'm going to tell you, Mr. Enfuego, after we get off here for
Okay.
the Veterans Day thing.
Okay.
You guys are awesome. See you tomorrow, hopefully. I'm probably going to go live about 12 p.m. Pacific and open some mail, open a Costco box, do some shout outs. And you guys are great, and have a good rest of the night and weekend.
Have a good evening, everybody.